Even stand up to get my phone because it'll crack. It's candle wax. It's on my knee, so if I stand, it's gonna... Oh, see how it's separating? You're gonna have to take my word that it's good, that they're good, because you can't see on the yellow. It doesn't show up because it's so bright. But so I engraved him candles. It was extremely difficult. That sigil is complicated. So we got 2 yellow candles. And the black candle that goes at the top of the triangle. And then of course I showed you guys, I painted these myself. I do my own stunts. I was burning frankincense while I did this, and then I myself am anointed with frankincense essential oil. We're doing Dantalion next. Again, you're gonna have to take my word for it that it's really good because just the color makes it very difficult to see. This was extremely hard. We just did Dantalions. His show up a lot better, color-wise, the green. I did go with a lighter green this time because when I haven't painted the candles yet, I painted Asmodeus candle holders. But I'm going to be painting them candles as well, these 3-day candles. And I got dark green candles. I'll show you. I got dark green candles. And then I also got light green candles. I wonder if we can do like tasseography with the wax on their legs. What do you see? That looks like a person to me. So I just painted this for Asmodeus. You know, I had a roommate once who said that she loved painting because it was relaxing. But I'll end up I'll end up with paint in my hair, all over my hands, intermittently screaming things like, please I can't. You're killing me. This time it took me nearly an hour and a half to make this, but I think it turned out really nice. And it was interesting because I ended up in my underwear on the floor, on my knees, facing away from the sigil, which was weird because I didn't think I knew the sigil that well. But it came out nice. My neighbors could probably write a book about that psycho who worships the devil next door, because it's not that hard to figure out what's going on around here. While I did this, I anointed myself with frankincense. I also burned a frankincense incense that had previously this morning been soaked in frankincense oil, which I did myself. I prepared a few more of them for a ritual, and I asked my boyfriend to bring some offerings himself. BYOO, bring your own offerings. Next we're doing Dantalion. Dantalions didn't take as long, so we actually still have the sandalwood burning. I'm burning sandalwood, and I'm burning precious Shandon, which is a form of Indian sandalwood. And I'm listening to his playlist. I always listen to his playlist when I'm making art for him. But for Dantalions, this is a mixture of blood and paint. Dantalion is the only demon whom I give my blood to. My blood and my tears are his. You know that whole the blood of Christ thing? Yeah, my blood is his. Which means when you wound me... for Dantalions, I'm not going to show you. I wrote a personal message on the back, but it's too personal to show you. I do want to show you though the very top. Hang on. Because it's interesting. I want to show you, because when I started off, there was way too much blood. And it was too watery. It was too hard to paint with. But you can see how dark it was. And then I added a little more paint to the blood. And then I still thought it was too watery, so I added more paint. So there's a significant amount of blood in that one right there. There's blood in all of it, but see how dark that D is? After the ritual, it was like watching a motion picture composed of candlelight. The fire told me a very interesting story, but I'm not sure whether I understood the ending. I showed you earlier how I like to read shapes, so don't take this too seriously. This is just what I saw in the fire. From my log. The dancing flames, excitable atoms, burning away the breath within my space, amid a series of lights. One could only hope that human beings might demonstrate a similar reaction, lighting up in response to mounting excitement. However, tonight we are dealing with candles, and these candles produce glowing testimonies, each carrying with it the message and memory of a separate ritual. Indeed, the night knew much magic. Presently, 4 candles survive. Distinct though these rituals may have been, the lights from one readily fed into its brothers, and the east wall was possessed by 3 adjacent arrangements. 3 adjacent arrangements, as totaled 6 candles. The endurance of this inferno is the most noticeable indicator, potentially revealing to the looky-loo what has been housed here. A greater stage grants the storytelling more clearance to unfurl, and it was a rather immersive show. I was just told a fascinating tale. Now, the ensigns combine across the larger expanse, beginning at Dantalion's altar. That is, the entire altar has a part to play, including what's above it, for the ceiling, too, has been cast in this grand performance. The altar is a man, but not just a man, for there is a woman to compare him with, and his head and overall vastitude is far greater than hers. From there, the lights reach outwards to the area above Asmodeus. The man portrayed by the altar has a set of 2 arms which also reach outwards, around the corner, and, due to the ebbing, they are in constant motion. They are actively acting upon the woman, who is in the Asmodeus region. The woman is recognizably female, largely due to her swollen belly. One of her arms is at a slight angle, as it supports her weight. The other hand is on the bulge. The man's arms reach around the corner, and they are ever in motion, for they are never at rest, touching her. I didn't understand the ending at first. With my eyes alone I conceived the setting, which was fairly straightforward. I recognized, too, when a major synchronicity aligned. In the bed, from which I bore witness, my water bottle popped open, spilling water onto my lower region. Such would coincide with the plot line within the ceremonial theater, for at this juncture, one of the candles began to greet death. The shadow shapes were therefore changing, and the scene was next transformed. I could still be misinterpreting how it culminates, but the procession was perfectly clear. Reviewing it a second time has given me an educated guess as to what I may have missed. So again, don't take any of this seriously. This is just me being creative. I'm watching the fire. But I really did see all this stuff in the fire. For Dantalion's ritual, first of all, the bird noises self-activated as I was pouring my heart out to him. It seemed exactly the right moment for it to be responsive in that manner, and for him to take it upon himself to enter the ritual space. For those not aware, I believe that when the bird noises self-activate during rituals, it is indicative of a presence. I've made videos about this with an explanation.